Hey guys, how's it going? This is Mitchellmander here, and welcome to another review of the Pokemon Journey series. We'll be covering episode 80 in today's review. And this episode involves Ash and Go heading to the Unova region, as Go gets his first official trial, or mission, in Project Mew. And his first mission is to retrieve some golden scales from a shiny Volcarona. So, was Go successful in this episode? Well, before I get into the review, I just want to say if you like this type of content and you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It'd be pretty awesome if you did that. So at the beginning of this episode, Tsurugi and Asahi drop off the Alolan Ninetales that Go caught in his practice run for Project Mew. So I thought that was pretty neat, a neat way to start the episode, but they talk about Pokemon Hunters. I wonder how Pokemon Hunters will be involved in today's episode. Some foreshadowing here. But anywho, Go at the same time gets his first mission, his first official mission at that, for Project Mew. And he has three choices here, and he picks one choice, and it's to get golden scales from a shiny Volcarona. Not exactly easy, but Ash and Go head to the Unova region to see if they can find a shiny Volcarona. Anyways, Ash and Go head to the desert resort. They're not here for very long. They actually see a mural of Volcarona, and they meet this hunter guy, which I believe they met him previously the first time they went to the desert resort. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the second time they met him. But anyways, after reading the mural, they come to the conclusion that Volcarona can be found near a volcano, or in a volcano. And he basically points them in the direction to a ghost town. He says they might find something neat there, but it's kind of a deserted town, so they're not really going to find anything in this town. But he also warns them about Pokemon hunters in the area. So I wonder how that's going to come into play. But anyways, Ash and Go head to the ghost town, but they end up going towards the volcano and they see a mine, and they enter it. So they enter the mine, they immediately spot a Roggenrola. Go battles it with his Inteleon. Since it's a rock type, he uses a water type. He ends up catching it, so woo. But more of them show up, so they end up escaping in a minecart. And they're going pretty fast, and they're actually about ready to go off the rails until Inteleon saves them by hitting a nearby switch, saving their lives. So good job, Inteleon. So Go recalls Inteleon. As they go further into the mine, they run across a guy that's actually being chased by a Frauthorn. So Go uses a Cinderace since it's grass and steel type, so fire is really super effective against it, defeats it, and then catches it. So yay. Go is actually using his Pokemon, battling Pokemon, to capture his new Pokemon, so neat. But anyways, the guy actually introduces himself, and he's totally not suspicious. He's like, hey, why don't you come with me? I'm doing some hunting for Volcarona myself, so why don't you come with me? There's nothing to worry about, totally nothing to worry about. They then stumble across what appears to be a train station, and while they're searching around in the train station area, they stumble across some Larvesta Eggs. And as it turns out, the guy that they've been with, that they saved, yeah, it turns out he's a Pokemon hunter. Totally wasn't suspicious beforehand, ends up trapping Ash and Go, catching them off guard. He decides, hey, these Larvesta Eggs are probably going to fetch for a high price, so I'm going to go ahead and steal them, so you guys just stay here trapped. I'm going to go ahead and sell these Larvesta Eggs. That's when a bunch of Larvesta actually show up and start attacking all over the place. They just start burning up the entire place, and they're attacking the guy. And Ash and Go almost get burned up as well, but it actually ends up being to their advantage. They actually get out of the web they were stuck in because of the fire. And as Go attacks the hunter, Go is actually trying to calm down the Larvesta, and Ash ends up saving the eggs. And yeah, the Larvesta are just super angry. They're just attacking everything in sight, and they just won't listen to Ash and Go. So they have to bring out their water Pokemon. In fact, Dracovich is actually used here, so nice. I thought Dracovich needed to be in water at all times, but whatever. And just when all hope seems to be lost, that's when a shiny Larvesta shows up, evolves into Volcarona, and puts out the fire, and drops its golden ashes for Go to collect. So yay, they did it. Mission accomplished. As Ash and Go are leaving the mines, they run into the Pokemon Hunter again, who's brought a few friends of his, completely outnumbering Ash and Go. As it turns out, he was actually eavesdropping on them. Seems like he ran away, but he came back and witnessed the shiny Volcarona emitting its golden scales, and Go getting the golden scales. So he plans on stealing the eggs, the Larvesta, and the shiny Volcarona, along with the golden scales. He also plans on stealing Ash and Go's Pokemon and selling them off for profit. And as Ash and Go are driven into a corner, that's when Tsurugi and Asahi show up. And it's revealed that Asahi also has an Urshifu. She has the Rapid Strike style, which is pretty neat. So anyways, they both take out their Urshifus, they take out the hunters, and yeah, they're taken care of. They're going to be sent over to Officer Jenny. Anyways, they meet up with the professor. Go has completed this first trial on Project Mew and receives 1 token as a result. He has to get a lot of tokens if he wants to be part of the project. So it's kind of crazy that he had to go get golden scales from a shiny Volcarona, and that only resulted in 1 token. Shows how hard it is to get into Project Mew. But anyways, that's pretty much where the episode comes to an end. So overall, I found this episode to be just decent. I enjoyed it more than the previous 2 episodes, but I was expecting a little bit more from this episode, so I just found it to be alright. It's a decent episode. So let's talk about some of the things I did enjoy in this episode. The one thing I found interesting about this episode, and I guess the previous Project Mew episode, is the Pokemon Hunters. Now, the Pokemon Hunters themselves in this episode were kind of generic. They're kind of generic antagonists and really kind of uninteresting. But I did like how it ties into the first Project Mew episode, in which the Alolan Ninetales was poached by Pokemon Hunters and left off in Sinnoh. It ties into this episode with the Pokemon Hunters making their appearance. And based off of Tsurugi and Asahi's conversation at the beginning of this episode, I'm wondering if this is going to be a recurring thing with the Project Mew episodes going forward. Like, are we going to be dealing with these Pokemon Hunters in Project Mew? Are they going to be showing up trying to poach Mew? It's just something to think about for future Project Mew episodes. I hope that the Pokemon Hunters are more interesting in the future, because in this episode they were kind of generic in my opinion. Another thing I liked in this episode is how the Pokemon were utilized throughout the episode. I thought it was pretty neat. I liked how Go used Cinderace and Inteleon to capture 2 new Pokemon using type advantages and battling. So in my opinion, he earned both captures, and I have no problem with these captures. He definitely deserves it, and you can't tell me otherwise. And then I like how the Larvesta were just attacking, just didn't trust anybody, just attacked everybody, even Ash and Go, even though they were trying to help him. So I thought that was pretty cool. The golden Volcarona was pretty nice. I like how it resolved everything, even though it was a bit convenient, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But overall, I thought the Pokemon were handled pretty nicely throughout this episode. But when it comes to the things I disliked in this episode, I have to say that this episode felt really plot convenient. Like, Go has to get golden scales from a shiny Volcarona. That's not exactly easy. So it feels like they just headed right to the Unova region. Everything just fell right into place. Like, they head to the desert ruins. They learn that Volcarona is probably in the volcano. So they head there. They just happen to find a random mine. And in that mine, they just happen to find a bunch of Larvesta. And there happens to be a shiny one amongst them that happens to evolve and save the day. And they immediately just get the golden scales from that. Like, everything here just feels really plot convenient. Also, when they're confronted by the hunters at the end, I really feel like Ash and Go could have stood up to the hunters. They have enough Pokemon. Ash probably should have brought his Dragonite, his Gengar. Go shows that he brings a bunch of Pokemon whenever he goes on these trips, so I don't know why they couldn't handle this. I mean, it was cool seeing Rapid Strike style Urshifu, but I really feel like Ash and Go could have handled themselves here. It feels really convenient that Tsurugi and Asahi show up. Like, how in the world did they know that Ash and Go were here? And how in the world did they know that the hunters were here in this specific location? Did they find out about them, like, off screen? Like, they're like, oh hey, they're here, and that's exactly where Ash and Go are at. Let's get them. I don't know about you guys, but I felt this was very plot convenient. The whole episode just felt very plot convenient in my opinion. Also, Go got a single token as a part of Project Mew. And this kind of concerns me a little bit, because Asahi says that you got to get a bunch of tokens if you want to be part of Project Mew. So I'm hoping for future Project Mew episodes, Go earns like multiple tokens for completing his missions, because I don't want Go to just earn a bunch of tokens off screen, like how Ash ranked up in the Pokemon World Championships off screen. I don't want to see that happen with Project Mew. I want to see Go earning these tokens. I want to see it. I don't want to be just told that, oh, he earned like 5 or 6 of them off screen. Now he's in Project Mew. You know, I don't want to see that. So hopefully this is handled right and we see Go earning all of his tokens on screen. But that's all I got for this episode review. So overall, I found this episode to be decent. It's good enough for a 6 out of 10. So guys, in the comment section down below, what do you think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, everyone.